About type in the last movie. We're going to talk some more about type, but this one I'm going to show you about typing area in an area as well as on a path. So an area type tool, we can do a couple things. So if I select that, well, first I need to actually create a shape. So let's say I have let's make a polygon, and I'm going to make a triangle, and it's going to be a big triangle, and I'm just going to invert it. Let's make it a shape. So when I do a type in an area, when I go over that object, you can see that when I zoom in on this and select it, it knocks out the border and everything else and kind of just puts the type inside of it. You'll notice that I have this little plus sign down here, which means that I have more type that can be displayed in this shape. So I'm going to minus the size here, so you can see that I've just that keyboard command of Command Shift and then the period to make it larger and the comma to make it smaller. You can see it kind of just moves throughout the shape. Okay, so you may have to change the size of the font to make that fit. The other problem that you may have with this is if we change the tracking and kerning, it might spread out the type and make that fill up the object in a different way. So that could be a problem as well. So you can see that that's how we type in a particular shape. So you'll notice as well, if I wanted to center this type, right now you can see the paragraph is left aligned. We could right align it or we can center align it. Keyboard commands for that are Command Shift C is center, Command Shift L is left aligned, and Command Shift R will right align that. And that's the same too if we need this type here. You can see that these two letters are left aligned. Again, the paragraph centered. Command Shift C and Command Shift R will make those right aligned. And you can see that that kind of anchor point is there. You'll notice with that anchor point too, if we needed to rotate it, it would rotate it around that. So, but that's how we type in that object if we wanted that to work. So sometimes it's better to have that object already created, so you can see that if those are the same size. So this is how big. So the width of this is, let's go to our transform palette. Why don't we make that 3 inches wide? If I select this new one and make it 3 inches wide as well, let's change its color to red. And then I'm going to click and drag on both of these, and you can see the type is behind it. But this is where I want to use my align palette and make them horizontally. So that's going to do the vertical as well as horizontal. So there's that. So now I want to click on the one. Let's send it to back. So Command Shift left bracket. So now I have this object in the type. So then you can see when I select the top, it turns that into the type. So in this case, I may want to adjust where it moves in terms of kind of how it fits in that. Maybe to give it some shape, but that's how we can put type in a particular object. So that's one way there. We'll show you the next movie how to type on a path, and that one I actually use a lot more. So we'll show you how that works.